And now we read lesson 298. I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Isn't that beautiful? I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Means I love me. Means I love you. Have to. Because if I love God and God is love, then love is what I am. So to love is natural. It's what we are. Paragraph 1. My gratitude permits my love to be accepted without fear. And thus am I restored to my reality at last. All that intruded on my holy sight, forgiveness takes away. All that intruded, all that blocked my holy sight, that had me think that I am less than what I am, all of that, the minute I forgive myself for forgetting, it's gone. And I draw near the end of senseless journeys, mad careers, and artificial values. Can you imagine how many careers we've had, crazy things, trying to become somebody, trying to prove ourselves in the world? All of these senseless journeys, these artificial values, that my money is who I am, that my status is who I am, that my lover loving me is makes me special. All that silliness, all that nonsense, once we begin to accept that that's just something that we are experiencing as part of the game in the world, but it is not what is real. Because once we realize that that is not what is real out there, we then begin to be the bringers of love to the world. Now, it's not nonsense that I love my partner. It's not nonsense that I give of myself in my career. It's not nonsense that I use my resources to uplift others, because now it's not that adds to me, it's me who gives. And through the giving, of course, I receive the joy of it, because that's why we are here, is to extend what is holy, what is beautiful, what is eternal, and give it to the world. That's why we're here. So I accept instead what God established as mine. Sure that in that alone I will be saved. Sure that I go through fear to meet my love. So when I experience the fear of losing the job, of losing the lover, of losing the money, and I can just keep walking and say, you know what? This is just a mad illusion. This is pure insanity. This is a crazy career. I am not my money. And let that fear burn, because it is an energy that is burning. And you sit with that, and the fear is going to activate tears. It's going to activate incredible anxiety. And you just sit there and say, I'm not my fears. I am not that energy that has been pent up for so long, that was never set in motion. All that fear is a block to you being able to love, which means look how long you've been blocking love if that fear makes you so anxious. So that fear is like the cork that we have to take off, so we can pour out the wine that's in the bottle, so that we can pour out the good stuff that has been saved inside of the bottle, and the cork has been blocking it. So really, fear is, let's pull that cork. And you know how uncomfortable it is? So you got to twist it, you got to turn it, and it feels like it's jammed, and it's hard to pull it out. Sometimes it breaks, and you got to take the pieces out. Well, the same thing is with our ego, with our fears. We've got to release those fears. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you just get little pieces and fragments of an emotional wound. But little by little, as you pull all of those blocks, then what flows from you unimpeded is the love. It's the juiciness that's inside of us that we're here to deliver upon the planet. Paragraph 2, Father, I come to you today because I would not follow any way but yours. You are beside me, certain is your way, and I am grateful for your holy gifts of certain sanctuary, and escape from everything that would obscure my love for God, my Father, and his holy Son. And I am grateful for your holy gifts of certain sanctuary. Isn't that beautiful? To know with certainty that we are safe in the mind of God is, for me, where the peace that passes all understanding comes from. I know that I'm inside of the mind of God. I know I am safe and protected. So that allows me to work only on what's happening in here. When I've got emotions, when I've got irritations, those are the invitations for me to see, what am I using to block myself from feeling the peace that comes with the certainty that God has me. Certain is God's way. And if God's way is certain, why am I not aligned to that certainty? Only because I'm trying to do it my way. I'm trying to do it with my ego. I'm trying to do it in opposition to God. So the only one that needs to get straight is always me. I'm the one who needs to get my head straight with God. I need to bring myself into alignment. I need to clear those thoughts that block it so that the love that I am can release. And inside of that love lifting, my vibration shifts. And in that place of shifting vibration, I align with the truth of what God is. And that what God is love. And I can use that love to see the world, to speak to whatever's happening out there with a certainty that leaves me always peaceful, because there's never any guilt, there's never any doubt when you allow God to be what informs you. And it elevates yourself, it elevates your form to a level of frequency of divinity that you just emanate peace and joy. People don't get scared around you because you don't threaten them. Unless you're speaking truth that they're not ready to hear, then they might get uncomfortable. But if they're curious, if they're seekers, if they don't even understand what you're talking about, but something inside of them says, let me be open, they can feel your love. They'll want to come even closer to you. It's just a beautiful thing when we open ourselves to be the expression of love. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you in the next lesson.